good is relative. So there's some stuff that maybe I wouldn't like on the charts. There are other things that people would like. So it's very relative. So I think it is just really putting out something that you feel great about. It's always identity. It's how do I release something that really feels like me. And then from there, you keep on, it's consistency. It's consistency, posting, releasing, and all that. And then from there, as time progresses, you do your shows. You put your, it's TikTok, social media. You create something. You create a movement. It's a brand. It's a business. An artist is a business also. You do that. And then as time progresses, once that happens, you'll start to see na lang that people start getting attracted to it. You get magnetic. Everything kind of comes in. I think first and foremost, that's very important. On the more technical side, you'll start seeing shorter songs, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3-minute songs. There's very short intro, diretso na sa kanta. Or you're just doing a very, very, or no intro, diretso na. So you have that one chorus, no bridge, no solo, wala, diretso. So that's the more technical side. Your hook has to be good. But then you have these songs sometimes that also don't blow up.
Welcome to the Paco's Place podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Leo Bato and Associates, Advanced Home Care Services, Advanced MedTrans, ME Aesthetics, Lasers, and Beyond. As long as hawak mo lang talaga. So you can't be that far. You have to be
closer to it.
So if you want to lean back, you have to
make it.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, I like that.
Diba? And the podcast will begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, finally, I have him on the podcast, Mr. Nikhil Amarnani.
Yeah.
So last time I saw you was January, second week of January 2023.
Yes. It was 3 years ago.
Yeah, speak closer to the mic.
It was 3 years ago?
Yeah. Almost
about there next year.
I still have to taste your tea. Kasi the last time.
Wala.
No, the last time, I was I was full na eh. So, alam ko si Pancho tasted the tea.
The tea.
I was intrigued. I wanted to, pero I will when I come home.
When you come, you have to have it. And my chicken curry.
Dude, done deal. Done deal. Oh my God. Okay, let's go straight, okay? Because people are already going, sino tong poging to? Why is he here? You're a sound engineer, you're a producer, you're an artist in that sense. Kumbaga, whatever we do, it's not gonna sound right if you don't make it sound right. It's as simple as that. Yeah. You've worked on an intro voice single, Ikaw Ang Minahal. Yeah. But aside from intro voice, please, it's time to brag. I want to hear about your portfolio. Who have you worked with?
So, in the last 3 years, we did Juan Carlos. So, Ere was recorded in the studio.
Nakakaputang ina yun, ha?
Exactly.
Did you know it was gonna be a hit when they were recording it?
We were kind of talking about it and we were like, baka pwede. So normally when there's this whole curse word on it, there's always this thing that kind of like make it
nakakaputang.
Exactly. So I'm like, it might become a thing, it might not. Let's see. So then the year after it got released, it's like, shit. It just blew up. So there was that.
Okay.
Recently we just worked with Julian San Jose with her recent. I think it was her comeback.
Did she play on your drums?
She did. She didn't. No. She didn't play. But we produced that record.
Okay.
My team and I produced it. So Julianne, we did Bamboo actually 3 years ago.
Was that the reason I was there? Because you were doing Bamboo?
through Ethel, I think. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Bamboo, you intro voice. Recently we also worked on Mayonnaise. So sila Monty.
How is Monty in the studio?
He's fantastic.
I had him here. Akala mo ang tagal na namin magkakilala.
Yeah.
Very, you gravitate toward his aura.
His energy.
Yeah.
Grabe. Well, normally when it comes to the studio, we'll just chika-chika eh. And normally the sessions in the studio are like that. It's just chikahan for let's say 8-hour session. No? 4 hours, 5 hours, chikahan lang. And then the other two.
Boom. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So I mixed his in his album. I think they just released an album this year. I mixed 3 of the songs on that. And then I worked with him last year with a couple of his singles also. So Mayonnaise, we did Stephen Speaks 2 years ago.
Okay.
Also.
Stephen Speaks, artist ng Believe yan di ba?
Yes. Yeah. So artist ng Believe, si Stephen Speaks. There's new guy, his name is Jao, under Ethel.
Yeah.
Who's doing very well now. There's that Lola Amour. Also.
You did Lola Amour?
I did Lola Amour.
But Raining in Manila?
No. The hit before that. So Fallen.
Fallen.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I worked on that. That was actually done before the pandemic. So that was done, I think, 2021. And then it came out. Nothing happened to it. I think also it was only the year after.
Right.
Where it blew up. So there was Lola Amour. Sino pa?
Robin Rivera.
That's
a story I wanna know because the guy loves you Alam mo yun, yung tipong when he came to the States.
Yeah.
He came to the States and then he went back to Manila and then he came back to the States and then made me listen to the songs and went, you gotta work with this guy. Ganon siya kagad talaga.
So Robin and I met Robin when I was a kid. Because then my mom, so I'm the nephew of Bebo Barwani. So he bass player of
one of the best bass players, yan si Bebo.
So in church, we used to go to church with him a lot. I met Robin in South. I think then it was South City. I met Robin. I met the whole gang, and then so I was like, oh, I've actually always looked up to Robin. And then
because he's tall, just kidding.
He's tall. Grabe. At that time, I remember my mom would tell me, tingnan mo yung Vans niya. Oh, ang ganda. You buy one for yourself also. So, I was like, oh. So then the pandemic hit, and then it was I moved to college and everything, and then when I came back, we reconnected on Instagram, I think, and then he was like, let's do a record. I was like, sige. So he came over as usual, my chicken curry, my chai tea.
Titikman ko talaga yung chicken curry at saka chai tea na yan. Okay, go.
So there was that, and then we got close. We got really, really close. I think this was the first year of the pandemic, and I was also still starting out as a producer engineer in the Philippines. And then so he's like, Nick, let's do more stuff together and all that. And then from there it branched out. But talagang everything in the industry is really word of mouth.
Yeah.
It'll take time, but then once you kind of get that thing moving, ang bilis, it's wildfire talaga. Everything is fast. With Robin, we did that, and then he moved back to the States. He went back to the States.
Yeah.
And whenever he would come, we would always do sessions. This is the funny part, pa. He calls me up last year. He's like, Nick, early this year, you have pala sessions with my dad. I was like, yeah. You want to schedule afternoon. His session was in the afternoon. His dad was in the evening.
Okay.
I said, perfect. Let's do a curry night na rin after. Para whole Nevera.
Yes.
Thing, you know? It was hilarious. So we did that. We did the session in the afternoon, morning. And then Tito Martin came in the evening. We did his session also.
Hindi ka na-stress doon?
Hindi naman. It was fun. It was super fun.
Grabe. The reason why I asked, Martin Rivera was one of my first guests sa Paco's Place.
Okay.
Like, sobrang taba ng puso niyan. He was like, how come you have Robin on your podcast and you don't have me on your podcast? That's not a legitimate podcast without me. So sabi ko, I'm friends with your son. I didn't become friends with your son to get to you. So if you want to be on my podcast, you'll have to ask permission from your son. So sabi ni Robin, go for it. So finally, I had Martin Rivera on the podcast, di ba? Remember JJ? JJ, keyboard player.
Yeah.
So JJ was my producer at that time. I kid you not. Sa sobrang starstruck namin kay Martin Rivera, he forgot to press record.
Oh no.
Stressful. So which is why I want to ask you, working with big name stars.
Yeah.
When pinch me moments yan di ba?
Yeah, it is.
When did the stress
let go?
Yeah.
So in the beginning, it's more of, you'll do a lot of small records. And then after doing all those small records, that one big name will come in the studio. And it's like, okay, this person's big. Everything you learn normally, parang you get brain freeze na. It's like, And then so there's that. There's that whole thing. And then as time progresses, you start to realize you're all the same. I like the more you kind of fixate on it, the more it's like
The more it's stressful.
Yes, and then you kind of sometimes mess up also.
Yeah.
Because you're overly analyzing it. But as time progresses, you're like, no, I think just keep calm. Just really keep calm. Do your thing. They're human beings also. They're like everyone else. And just do your thing. Be yourself. There's no need to overly do something for it.
I'm not gonna put you on the spot. They're all impressive.
Okay.
Pero kanino ka napawaw na, uy, ang ganda ng ano nito, ng method nito to recording.
To record. So I really enjoyed, so my recent one was Julian. I really enjoyed working with her.
Such a good musician, no?
Galing niya.
Tsaka yung combo sila pa ba ni Raver hanggang?
Yes.
Oh, ganda ng
Yeah.
combination na yun.
Grabe. So when we met a couple months ago through, I don't know if you know Latch Me. So she texted me, she said, Nick, are you game to work on this artist? I was like, I've always wanted to work with her. And then, okay, game. And then so we listened to her demo and I'm like, parang we can go a bit more ethnic with this. And then so I was like, so we hopped in a meeting and I told her, what if we add some Indian elements? My first time introducing it to the industry. No one's doing this yet in Manila. The whole Bollywood influence
Yes.
on the record. So she's like, let's try it out. So I told I have producers kasi under me, and I have songwriters, producers, editors, and I told all of them. I told the guy who's working with me, let's add tablas, let's add sitars, let's make it. I don't know if you heard the new Ed Sheeran record that came out, the Indian influence one.
Yes.
I told Julian, what if we go this direction? She was like, yes. So we can do kind of in between Coldplay and Ed Sheeran kind of thing. And then so we did. We formed our sound with that. I was like, this is
Game
fun.
siya. As in game siya.
Because it's new. And apparently that was what she was also envisioning in the track. And for me, normally when you work talaga with an artist, and if you're in the same alignment, that's the perfect combination. Because you're just going in that straight line. So we did that. That finished in 2 weeks. We released it November. Bilis. It was fantastic. Sounds amazing. So it was her that recently I was like, wow, this is galing. So her schedule's busy.
Sinong label niyan?
She's under GMA.
Okay.
But I think she released via Orchard for this.
Okay. Who paid for it, Orchard?
Her.
Or she paid for it?
Yeah. I think.
Wow.
So that was
technically independent, no?
I think so. I don't know if it's management. That's GMA. It's different. So she was really, really good. All of them normally are really good to work with, but recently that was like galing. And then so I told her, because then she lives also a bit further from the south, and her schedule's nuts. So I told her, if you want to record at home vocals, you can. There's no problem with that. So she did.
And then stems pinadala na lang sa'yo.
Grabe, galing yung stems niya.
Organized.
Everything was very, even though the way she did harmonies, it's like, I just told her, so we hopped on a meeting before she recorded, and I was like, this is my rough vision for it, but I told her, explore. And as a producer, normally, that's what I do with all my artists.
Yes.
I'll let them go crazy, and then we can always dial back.
Mas maganda yun eh. No? Maganda yung sinabi mong yun eh. It's better to throw everything in, including the kitchen sink, because you can take it out.
Yes.
The one thing you don't want is, sayang sana we added this, pero patap, di ba? Parang ganun.
Exactly.
So talk to me about those stems, because working with you, my experience with you, sobrang pasensyoso mo.
Yeah.
Because si JJ is Mr. Crazy. Like when I saw that there were 18 revisions to the one song, I was like, bro, pasalamat ka, kinakausap ka pa ni Nikhil. And nakuha mo pa talagang dumalaw pa sa studio ni Nikhil, ha? Because he went to your studio,
Yeah,
diba?
he did.
And I was like, oh my God, JJ. But other artists who are not in the Philippines, who are not near your studio, how can they collaborate with you?
So normally,
and is it easy?
Yeah, definitely. So the world of recording changed in the last 10 years. It really is so easy to record at home. And sometimes it is even better for an artist to record at home. Because because of the emotion of the track eh. And they're more comfortable at home. They can think better. Sometimes the studio kasi adds another pressure to the artist. So then sometimes they're like, crap, I can't sing, or I feel kabahan, or I'm not in my zone.
Nako-conscious.
With sometimes bigger artists, it is the I don't feel sometimes well, or I'm not in the right zone. So it's always that capturing that moment eh, where sometimes talaga if someone doesn't feel it, you can't make feel it eh. Whatever you do.
What do? You just stop the session?
So normally, I'll just tell them, okay, we'll do a couple. Let's see. If it doesn't work, let's come back another day.
Right.
Or if you're more comfortable, there are artists who are more comfortable recording at home. They can really express.
Correct.
I tell them that we can definitely do that. Tools nowadays can make things sound good. So even Daryl Ong, I work with him a lot. He sends me his vocal stems.
Okay.
So the only thing that we recorded in the studio is drums. Everything else is brought in. And so, especially electronic music, everything can be done.
So they bring it to you via file
Google Drive
sharing.
lang. Yeah.
Oo.
And so they'll send me the stems. And then normally my process is, once I get the stems, I have my assistant send it to my editor.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, just go through it. See what needs to be pitch corrected, what needs to be time aligned. And then from there, let's see where we can go. So from there, once it's done, I tell him na pre-mix it for me. So do the volume balance. Kasi this year we did 250 records eh.
Dami. No?
Dami. So now, the way I'm kind of making line in is like a factory thing. But how do we make it a factory but very high quality?
Of course.
So I sent it to my guy. I said, you pre-mix it for me. Do a volume balance. Do some light EQ lang, light compression, just to kind of make it feel good. Send it back to me. So once it comes to the studio, my assistant's gonna prep it in my template. I come into the studio and then that's when I do my thing for a couple hours.
Yan yung rolling up your sleeves na.
Exactly. I add my chicken curry, my spice to it. O,
Kasi alam mo, totoo yun eh. Maganda yung sinabi mo. Because if you're doing it from ground zero, pagod na yung tenga mo when you get to mixing.
Exactly. So normally, so he does that and comes to me, I'll do my thing na. There's no need to think about where it's gonna go. It's there. It's clear the direction.
Right.
And then I'll do my thing. I'll maybe take a break for a day, look at it again the next day, then send it over to the client. That's normally the mixing portion. Once everything is good with that, client's happy, we send it for mastering.
What if client's not happy?
Then we revise till the client's happy.
Like, I'll use our... sorry guys, pag narinig nyo sa Spotify, ikaw minahal na minix ni Nikhil.
Nilagay ko ng Bombay Spice ko dyan.
Kasi si JJ, it had more than 18 revisions.
Yeah.
How do you deal with people like JJ Buencamino?
So normally,
ang bait mo nun eh.
So normally, for me, my goal is always by the first second, I get your rough estimate of where you want it to go. From 2-3 onwards, it normally hits na the creative zone. That's where it's like, I want to try this out. I want to try this out. And all that. That is a creative moment na.
Right.
So I don't normally shoot the artist.
Okay. Pero, 18, 19 revisions, sobra yun, di ba?
Yeah. That's okay lang.
Feeling ko nahiya ka lang sa akin.
When you're thinking of buying or selling a home, call Leo Bato and Associates, LA's premier real estate professionals. They have years of experience in real estate, showing honesty and integrity in every transaction. They are a team you can definitely trust. So make your move today by calling Leo Bato and Associates at 818-648-4837 or visiting them at leobatoassociates.com. Leo Bato, ang realtor na pato.
No, it was most
like little anik-anik here.
Yeah, which is fine. So normally allow it. If we're very far and it's like we're in different worlds, then that's when I kind of put my feet down. I'm like, okay, I don't think we work well together and all that. But if I see it's more of like you're nitpicking and you want to really, for me, I let them be.
Proud na proud siya ron, by the way. Just
really? Okay.
Like every time, every time pinag-uusapan namin yung ikaw ang minahal, sinasabi, tinabaho namin ni Nikhil yan. In my head, I'm like, bro, mabait yung tao. Kung ako yan, pinalabas na kita.
For some reason, my patience is very high. It's very, very high. Just maybe once in a while, I will kind of lose my patience, where I'm like, I can't deal with this anymore. But then for most of the projects that come in, it's like, oh, that's fine. Let the artist. The artist needs to be free sometimes.
Right.
It's an artist thing.
Okay, ito. You said, bata pa lang kayo ni Robin, magkakilala na kayo. So you were exposed to music at a young age,
Yeah.
right? When did you decide to really go all in, build your studio, and make a career out of it? When and why?
So when I entered college, I did sound engineering. I was like, okay. My initial goal from that Singapore leg of my career.
You studied in Singapore. You worked in Singapore.
I studied in Singapore for 3 years. I studied in LaSalle College of the Arts. My goal there was to, because I was on the tuition grant in Singapore, was to live there afterwards and do my thing there.
Right.
When I was studying there, I started to realize nga that the industry there is very small. So parang it's like, how do you navigate this? So pero parang I don't want to do and so everyone kind of there is doing live sound. Everyone's
Right.
doing
Kasi
shows.
yun ang natural progression.
That's the there.
Yeah.
Yes. I don't like live sound. I don't like doing concerts. It's so for me I like my routine. So I wake up at 7:00. I like going to the gym. I don't want to wake up at 2 in the morning to read down whatever.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm a studio rat. That's me, talaga. How do I do this? And then throughout maybe the 3rd year, my mentors told me, if you can afford to go back to Manila, we're seeing the progression of the Philippine industry. Move back. So I did. So
Just like that, or medyo torn ka pa?
there was a bit of a 50-50
Okay.
there. I was like, okay. Initially, actually, I was thinking about going into corporate. So I worked for Sennheiser for did my internship there for 2-3 months. Wala, the corporate's not for me. And then so I told my mom, okay, parang I want to move back. We have a family business at home.
What's your family business?
We do, so the store's called Little Town. So
Okay.
we're like a national bookstore.
Oh, okay.
It's like, what if I work part-time with you and then do my part-time thing? Let's see where it progresses. So when I moved back, my dad told me, don't join us first.
Sarap naman.
You do your thing.
Focus 100%.
Focus on your, yes. That's where you're gonna see the growth talaga. If you are 50-50, you won't see the growth.
Galing.
So this was 2019. My mom nga told me initially, come in for 3 months. See muna if you really want to move back. Because maybe you're just sick of the country. I was like, okay, sige. Pero I was like, you know what? I'm sick of it na here in Singapore. Let's move back already. So I decided, okay, sige, move back. Move back. And then so we have a loft in the back of the house, which was my mom's old yoga studio. My parents said, don't open in Makati. Initially, I wanted to open in Makati. Don't open in Makati. You build something in the south.
By the way, I mean, sikat ang tahanan village, pero,
Yeah.
I mean, wala ka sa gitna.
Yeah.
Di ba?
Yeah.
Doon pa lang. Pero
Yeah.
okay, go.
So my parents said, let's help you start it out.
Sarap.
Okay. Sige. So I did. It was small pa then. Started it out.
Not how I saw it.
No.
Okay.
So this was 2019.
Okay.
Lola Amour was actually my schoolmates in LaSalle Zobel. So I knew them from way back, and that year we did Lola Amour and maybe a couple people here and there. It was small pa eh. I got to meet Kelly from Warner also. So I got to get into the space of Warner na rin. So then pandemic hit. It's like, ano ba to? I moved back. I decided to move back. Pandemic hit. What do I do? So the good thing is my parents are into the business of also retail and all that.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what? You're being offered by SSL Asia. So SSL, the brand,
SSL, yeah.
to bring in goods. Maybe you try it out for a while and then see where that goes. So okay, sige. So I actually went into retail for a while.
Distributing SSL products.
So I did that. I was the first one in I think I was the first one to bring in the SSL
The
interface
controller.
to Manila.
The interface. Okay.
Yes. And then I brought in the controller, came out and all that. So I sold warm audio. I did all these retail things. Kasi I was also scared to meet people. Pandemic eh. Whenever there's people coming into the studio, I'll tell them, mag-mask ka, mag-face shield. I don't wanna see you. Go directly to the room. So we did that. And came in. So there for maybe a year. Mainit. The retail business was hot. Kasi everyone was home recording. Everyone was doing everything they need to do. And then, when things were opening up a bit, I said, okay, I made puhunan money from my retail. I think it's time for me to build the studio properly to where I wanted to really, really become.
So okay, so hindi ka na siningil ng dad mo for the initial construction. Galing, no?
He told me that's your grad gift, basically. So,
Kakatuwa naman.
Grabe, my parents were very supportive. Until now, they're very supportive. So,
so renovated na yung studio when I came there in 2023.
that's a new renovation.
Kasi dalawang section na siya, diba?
Yes.
May recording area tsaka
And then
may
there's the control
booth and
Yeah.
receiving it.
Yeah.
Diba? Yeah.
So I built that 2022, I think, or 2021. So actually, I came here last 2021. I was in Dallas also. My mom lives here. I think the pandemic allowed people to cold text others on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's hop on the train. Let's get clients. Let's see what to do. That year, 2021, I think, I got in touch with Juan Carlos.
Wala lang. Cold na lang.
Yeah. I think we added each other on Facebook. And then from there, we got in touch with each other. He's like, I want to visit your studio. I was like, okay, sige. 2022, he came to the studio. And then from then on, dapat lang one single lang yan eh. We ended up doing, I think, 6 records that year. 7 records that year.
Songs or?
Songs.
Songs.
We did Shot Puno, the Pansit EP, so
Yes.
3. Kunwari. Ere, we recorded some parts were I think 50% or 60% of Ere was recorded in the studio. And one more, so 7, I think, or 8. So we did that with him. And then from there, that's where I met everyone.
Yeah.
I met Tiny from Universal. I met the Universal gang. I did a lot of Universal records that year. So Tiny, that whole Universal gang I met, doing a lot of their records. So Justin Vasquez, I did all of that year. And then you meet all the sessionists.
Yeah.
So Karel, Manasan was in the studio a lot. I met Ira. Also, everyone, you meet everyone. And then they all play.
Ang babait, no?
Yeah. Very humble. You meet Lester, you meet all these people. And then they all session for other people.
So, word of mouth na yan.
Word of mouth na yan. So after that, the year after, that year, Ria, keyboardist, texts me, Nick, I'll connect you to Pancho. But I think we want to do Bamboo. Shit. Grabe to ah. So, Bamboo, the year after, we did Kichi Nadal. I forgot to mention that kanina. Kichi Nadal, 2023.
Oh, yes.
Did Kichi mayonnaise. I actually met Monty through my retail business.
Bumili siya ng gamit.
So, and then Monty and I went to the same high school.
Oh my God.
It was hilarious. So from there, I met Paolo Santos. I did Paolo Santos' album.
With the trio, no? Siya lang.
No, siya lang. So all his records that were released this year, last year was me. So Paolo Santos, I met Kichi. Then from there, biglang nag-open up lahat. This year, when this year hit, biglang nag-open up ulit. Everything came in. So even Up Dharma Down now, I'm doing their next single. Everything is just tuloy. GG now, everything is just...
Bakit sa tingin mo lahat nag-gravitate sa'yo?
So I think, one, I'm very,
I know.
Very, what do you call that?
Feeling ko it's the curry, guys.
It's the curry. I think it's the chai. The chicken, the chai, that combination. So there's that. It's also, I normally allow people to be themselves in the studio.
Yeah.
So if they want to just come in and just chit-chat and talk, they can. Sometimes they need that eh. The studio's a space for them to kind of open up. And then when they're ready to record, sige, let's record. It's more about that being connected with the artist. That's very important.
Alam mo, can I add to that? Because sa yung mga artist ko, minsan darating may kanta na. Tapos pagdating dito, nasa stress sila dahil kailangan i-record.
Yeah.
So, one time sabi ko, pumunta kayo rito, to your point. And I hope you guys who are artists are listening and also studio owners. Most of the songs that have a very, very loose vibe. Hindi ko sinasabing pangit, loose meaning ramdam mo yung pagiging relaxed ng kanta.
Yeah.
We're all written in the studio, ready to take. Beatles ganon, di ba? Ready to take, lahat. Ready to take na, mga ganyan. Queen, nasa studio.
Yeah.
And to your point, kwentuhan muna yan. But the kwentuhan is part of the whole
It is.
recording process.
It is. It's getting to know the artist.
Right?
It's forming a person. For me, normally diba people in business will tell you, don't maybe put a boundary onto business and really in personal. I think in the music industry, there needs to be a personal relationship with the artist.
So my other band, Playback Jukebox, wala kaming gitarista, wala kaming bass player. It's tracks and then keyboards, drums, and vocals, right? So we had a session guitar player. Very good. His name is Badong. Takot na siya pumunta rito.
Oh.
Kasi sabi ko na pumunta sa studio ni Pax kasi 2 oras ang kwentuhan bago mag-recording. ang in-explain ko kay Badong, this is not, hindi ka nag-hire ng pokpok na pagdating mo dyan, bumukaka ka na. It's a romance.
Yes.
Especially if it's a session artist na hindi mo naman sinulat yung role, di ba?
Yeah.
You have to come in. Titingnan natin kung mahuli natin yung vibe.
Yeah. That's very important. It's the vibe between you and the artist. It's that relationship. It really is. Because then sometimes if it's just business, it doesn't feel, parang it feels unnatural.
Yeah.
It feels tainted.
Yeah.
So for me, as much as possible, all my artists, I make sure they feel at home. Come, let's sit down, make chika. And then you feel really, you get closer to them. You get why they wrote certain things. So what happened there and all that. And then from there, when you're ready to record, we record.
Did you ever think of starting your own label?
So that's been in my head for a while. It's always in my head because everyone will ask me, "Are you opening up one? Are you opening up one?" Everyone's in the last year or two, and I'm like, "Wait lang, I'm trying to fix this portion of the production business, make it bigger." So talagang my goal is in the next couple of years is how do we make this the main thing talaga for the Philippines, Line In Productions, where we become one of the bigger production companies in the Manila. That's always my goal.
Are you gonna do musical scoring too, or have you done that?
So now we're doing a lot of it. We've gotten into movies as well.
Nasa ba ang pera? Nasa artist ba? Nasa scoring?
Both. So right now, for example, we have clients that come in. They'll tell us we need this. Okay, I said okay. We have a team for that. So it becomes talagang a full.
Yeah.
We have everything. We have producers that can do this genre. We have writers that can do this. It's a whole package thing. And then so maybe eventually getting into distribution and label work. But I was telling a friend of mine recently, I was like, maybe not now. Maybe in the next couple of years down the line. My goal is first build this, scale this up, and then move on to the next thing.
So, if someone is listening, whether it's for them or for their kids, and they don't know how to play any instrument, but them or their kids has the potential to a cappella, a melody, and some lyrics, can they send that to you and have your team arrange the music?
Yes.
Explain that to our audience.
So normally what happens is, we'll get sometimes demos lang. They're acoustic guitars or vocals. Or even, we've had some na vocals lang.
A cappella lang, di ba?
Yeah. And then so we're like, okay, we have this. Where do you roughly, so our first question is, where do you roughly want it to go? What's your peg? From there.
And explain to them what a peg is because a term natin yan eh.
Correct. So peg is basically your rough envisionment for the record.
Like it could reference another artist or whatever.
Or sound.
Yeah.
So normally we'll ask for that. And then so from there, once we get that, we're like, okay, the writing makes sense with whatever. We'll normally tell the artist, this makes sense. The writing makes sense. Or we'll kind of say, if it doesn't make sense, you think we can go this direction for it. This is what I see for it. So no, there's normally that first encounter of kind of brainstorming where we can go with this. And then so depending on the genre, I will throw it to either producer. I have two producers with me. I'll throw it to either one of them.
Mm-hmm.
And
where you see fit.
Correct.
Diba?
Or if it's more band. So for me, for example, my production forte is more the band world. If it's more band, I get sessionists naman. So I have a pool also of sessions that I tap into, depending on the genre. So I'll see first where that fits. If it's the producer, here's my peg, here's this, and all that. Let's add you to the group chat. Let's make a group chat with the artist. And then from there, we move forward. Normally, from there, we'll send the first draft, which is maybe from intro to chorus lang. Just to see if we're in the right area.
Yeah.
If we are, we'll continue it. Finish up the track. Once the artist is happy, we get you into the studio.
Pero paano kung yung artist nga nasa States, nandito sa
So
LA?
normally, you can either book a studio here or you can record at home. I've had artists that just record on like road mics. It works. It works.
Kung makatingin ka sa road mic, parang minamaliit mo yung road mic.
Oo nga eh. Ang liit nga eh.
Tapos. So, okay. So, which means they can be in their home studio.
Yes.
Get an audio interface,
Yeah.
a decent microphone,
Yeah.
and then send everything to you.
Yeah. And then from there, once we're happy with that, normally I'll give them a guide of roughly where I want to go with the vocal harmonies. We'll send them sometimes voice memos if it's outside.
Yeah.
And then we'll throw that to the producer. It's like, okay, here, one of them. Say here, here's my vocal stems. Let's finish it. He'll edit. He'll pre-mix it na for me.
Galing.
And then he sends it to me. My assistant preps it. And then that's where I look at it. I'm like, okay, let's tweak here and there things. Let's mix it well. Send it to the artist. Once the artist is happy, I have a mastering engineer based in Canada. He's part of my team also. We throw it to him. So everything has its own process. Even vocal editors, I haven't melodined in a year.
Which is good kasi ang nangyayari, dine-delegate mo yung mga trabahong yan sa magagaling talaga sa trabaho yan, nakafocus lang doon.
Exactly. Imagine we also did, so this year we finished Noel Mendez and Rodel, their EP with Side A.
Wow.
So we did that. I actually just finished a Side A record recently.
Like Ernie Severino in your studio?
Yes. So we did that, and then we did Rodel. The funny part is nga Rodel and my tito, Uncle Bebo, is bandmates sa Second Wind. Yeah. So he came in, and then so we did his EP. So his EP, same thing. I told him, I'll throw it to my guy. We'll edit your vocals. So Sinaldi would muna do the rough edits to see which notes he wants to add. And then I'll have my guy retouch it. Then I'll mix it na from there.
Now, yung etiquette of, because alam mo ang trade secret ng mga artists na to di ba?
Yeah.
Do they make you sign an NDA or is that just Scout's honor? Anong?
So I think it's mainly just the word of mouth thing.
Yeah.
And in the last year, I've only maybe signed 1 or 2 NDAs. And I don't think it's a normal practice in Manila. But normally I'm like, okay, just in the studio talaga. Whatever we do here will not go to
Kasi parang Vegas yan Whatever happens in the studio stays
in the studio.
Yeah.
Even the chismis.
Yes.
It has to stay in the studio.
Everything.
Also.
I agree.
So, but normally when everyone makes chismis, I sleep nicely. Like, oh, I know what's happening in the industry.
Diba?
Anong gossip? But that all stays normally in the studio. That always stays in the studio. Doesn't go anywhere else.
Have you been caught in the middle of 2 bandmates having an argument?
Yeah! Yeah! Oh my God!
And feeling mo, parang shoot, ako lang yata ang pwede mag-referee dito. And then, minsan, sa'yo itatapon yung granada na parang, Nick, ano sa tingin mo? Parang, ba't ako?
Normally, when that happens, I'll tell them, guys, fix yourself. I'm gonna have lunch. I don't want to get involved. So,
But it happens, no?
it happens once in a while. So normally when it happens, I say, okay, here's some chai tea. I'm gonna go have lunch. You do your thing. In an hour, if I don't get anything, come back tomorrow.
Stressful yun.
Yeah, it gets. It does get. If there's a big argument, it does. There's one time, I think, there's even...
Without mentioning names,
wala,
guys.
Label also sometimes gets involved.
Oh, shoot.
And it's like, ano ba yan?
When the label gets involved, minsan corny na
Yeah, it's like, hi, what do? I'll just eat na lang outside.
Okay, ito, let's involve the label. Minsan, papasok ang artist, and I'm galing to from experience.
Okay.
Papasok ang artist, masaya kayong dalawa ng artist, biglang eto na, tatawag na ang label. Hindi ko sinasabi si Ethel, ha?
So I love Ethel's fantastic. I love
I
working with her.
know, me too. Kaya ang sarap, hindi. Pero someone like Ethel, di ba? Tatawag yan na, Nikhil, parang hindi ko type yung
Production.
Oo. Pwede ba natin palitan ng pero, syempre, alam mo na kayong dalawa ng artist at ng kampo niya ang magkakasama, tapos biglang tatawag ang executive sa'yo.
Yeah.
How do you deal with that?
So normally, I'll ask the label, what is your vision? I'll ask the artist, what is your vision? I think the day...
So ayan, referee ka na
referee.
nga.
So that one I have to really step in. So normally, and I think in the last how many years, it's always artist-centric.
Okay.
But the label will always come in to say, I think this is what we think it should be.
Yes.
Because of selling purposes. Again, that's normal because the label really needs to make money. So I'll normally tell the artist, and majority of the artists agree with the labels. Normally, I have no issues with labels. Because they'll say, okay, we feel this is the way it's supposed to go. I'll tell the artist, what do you think of this? Or sometimes we look for a middle ground. Kung hindi, it doesn't work out. That middle ground is important. Sometimes it is really the label's judgment. I think it depends on the relationship of the label and artist. It depends on the song. And it depends on the deal of the record. But majority of the records that we do with labels, normally the artist and I normally will deal with it first. We throw it to the label. The label normally gives objective revisions.
Okay.
Parang we hear this, parang small na lang. It's okay. This won't naman detriment whatever the artist is.
Right.
Look, going forward, sige, let's fix it. We do, and then once everything is good, we send it back to the artist. To the label, sorry.
On that scenario, pag meron kang novice na songwriter who is very attached to the song, na iba na yung, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You have a songwriter who has an attached vision of the song na hindi na nasunod yung arrangement niya, na ngayon lumalayo na, and then biglang lumapit siya si Mr. Miss Songwriter na, Nikhil, hindi ko na type yun.
Cannot. So normally, that's where, if there's really an external songwriter, we get the songwriter involved from the beginning. Normally, like some stuff like that's very, in the beginning, you make these mistakes. And then when you kind of get experience, it's more of, let's put everyone in the group chat para we don't fall short of anyone.
But doesn't that fall into the cliche of too many cooks spoil the soup?
Normally, we look for the one kind of peg or the one kind of
for the head
goal.
chef.
Yeah, exactly. So normally that's the case. The good thing is now with labels, they normally just get involved later on na. Or they'll get involved in the beginning just to kind of guide here and there, especially when it's new artists. You go parang here, you go run free, explore, do your own thing, and when it's done, we'll add na whatever we need to add on top of it.
Perfect yun. Sino sa mga artist naman na hindi mo pa nakakatrabaho ang nasa wishlist mo?
So right now, we've actually, the company has worked with Moira for mastering. So we handle Moira's mastering for her album and for her singles this year. I want to work with her. Production, full production. Moira, December Ave. Also, is another one.
Like you want them all in the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben and Ben is another one also.
By the way, guys, kasha ang Ben and Ben sa studio ni Nikhil.
Yes.
Ganun kalaki yung recording area niya. Kasha. Kasha silang lahat. Okay.
Here in the States, I really want to work with Switchfoot.
Switchfoot is nice.
Switchfoot. Need to Breathe is another one. I grew up listening to all of them. So those two are in my biggest wish list.
How about yung mga, paano pag sinabi ng original na River Maya na magre-recording sila sa studio mo?
Oh, definitely. Actually, Nathan has been to the studio.
Kaya nga. Tapos may nakaschedule ang Gigi Delana nung time na available ang original na River Maya. What would you do?
Kung ganyan? I've actually had that a couple times. Not to River Maya, but with like, let's say a big artist will tell me, Nick, we need the studio today. Ay, nako. So, So I look, I'm like, okay, I really want this. And let me call the artist and I'll ask, is there a way we can schedule this a day after or in the next couple days? Normally, if it's not also very deadly, the deadline, I will find a way to move. If it is, I will tell them I can't move it.
Of course.
Baka you can come in tomorrow. Or sometimes there are slots within the day, morning, afternoon, evening. Yan. If you want to come in the morning, you can. Or if you want to come in the evening. Actually, there was one record, I think, with Side A last year. We haven't met yet properly. They were trying to get with me a recording session na drums lang. I could not get them a slot. I said, sorry, everything's packed.
Sayang, no?
Yeah.
Yung drums ng bagong single ng Wolfgang.
Okay.
Was
Si Wolf. Here. Wow. Okay.
Yung nilabas nila ngayon.
Wow. Okay.
Yung single for the reunion album.
Yeah.
Ayun, I'm saying it now. None of the guys know na it was
here. Galing.
siya buminyag ng Pancho drums na yan. So. Okay, so have you worked with any of the Eraserheads?
Not yet. That's also actually in my wish list as well. The industry is it's big, but also it's small. I always tell people this is how I am. Of course, I make sure I don't really make sure that there's like a wall, no. Pero I be authentic with everyone. There's no sugarcoating or whatever. And then if anything happens, it's always me. Or sometimes it's we're not meant to work together, artist, producer.
Pero hindi mo sasabihin sa Instagram yon, di ba? Yung mga ganun.
No.
Sasabihin mo personally.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So sometimes there's gonna be stuff, what do you call this? There's gonna be situations where you really can't work with the artist talaga. And every producer is like that. Every artist is like that.
Kahit ako, I have those artists that I discovered through experience na, you know what, never again.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then so from there, you're like, okay, it's a lesson learned. It's a thing where it's like, okay, it's not meant for me, or we're not meant to work together. And you can feel it, For some reason, I can feel beforehand. I don't know if it's an intuitive thing, but you can feel from the first meeting. Parang this won't get it. And parang there's something here that I feel like either maybe the artist is holding back or there's a wall. You can feel that There's a tension. There's like a resistance.
Nangyari na ba sa'yo na feeling mo ganun? Tapos, okay, pero finally, nung nagkatrabaho kayo, parang, oh shoot, mali ako. Mabait pala itong tao.
Yes, there has been.
Diba? May mga ganun din no?
Yeah. And then sometimes it's just the artist is shy.
Yeah.
But there are some situations where I have this innate feeling parang this won't work well for this or whatever. And then that's where you start to realize during the session.
Right.
Yeah.
Sino pa? Like solo Gary V, have you worked?
No, but we're in touch because I'm working with RJ De La Fuente, an artist under them. So I'm in touch with Tita Angeli for that. So we're on our third record na, I think, with him.
Is your dad still around?
My dad is in the Philippines now.
Okay. What's he saying to you? Ngayong nagpipick up ng ang studio, ang business mo.
So my dad will always tell me, I think this is the start of everything already. In the last 4 or 5 years, it was the momentum building. I think now this is where you're gonna see everything come together. So we would always have talks. Even my mom would tell me the same thing. I think you're getting there. It's building.
Are you the eldest ba?
I'm the eldest. Okay. I have one sister that lives in Australia. The other one lives here in Austin.
Okay.
So I'm the only one that moved back to Manila. So they're like, continue doing your thing. The entertainment business is growing in Philippines and Asia. It's crazy how big it's getting.
Pati yung recognition natin.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, my mentor nga told me the right thing.
Who's your mentor?
So his name, I have 3. So Eugene, Justin, and Dirk. They were my professors in college. So until now, we're still very much in touch. So all of them, I remember that time because I was still battling that, do I move back?
Yeah.
At that time, they were like, you know what? If you can, do it. Because then we do see Asia growing in the next 3, 5, 6 years. And the funny part is, I go back there every year. I do talks in Lasal, Singapore rin. So they call me back na rin also. They're like, can you please talk to our students to what this whole course can take you?
Right.
I was like, yeah.
So, the podcast na to, if we can inspire someone, just an individual, okay tayo. It's all about success mindset, di ba? You mentioned mentors. Palagi ko pinipreach yan, everybody needs a mentor.
Yeah.
You have 3. Like, yourself now, hindi na tayo bumabata.
Yeah.
You've been doing talks na sa Lasal.
Yeah.
What has kept you going, aside from having mentors?
Yeah.
What's your mindset like? What's your discipline?
Yeah.
What can you share with our audience?
So, I think ever since I was a kid, it's always been, I want to build something. It's building. I remember playing even toys when I was a child, building stuff. And then so right now, it's me, my whole mindset now is how do I build something that creates an impact in the Philippines and the world? That's always a thing. How we treat artists, how artists should feel like when they get the record. It's like opening a gift and it's like, wow, I really like it, that thing. And then when that happens, you feel really good. It's like, okay, we really made this person happy. And it's always that. It's always how do we make an impact in the local scene? How do we put that to the artist? Parang it's empowering to get something, a production or whatever it is, a song that feels like I love it. I really, really love it. I can't stop listening to it. I want to release it. That's always my thing. It's always giving the artist the best. It's always giving that whole thing to the artist.
Yung ganyan, di ba? That giving mindset. Tinitingnan ko yung resume mo, and yet at the end of the day, hindi ikaw wala yung spotlight sa'yo.
Yeah.
Did you realize early on na, this journey that I am going to go through, kumbaga sa corporate world, nasa back office ako. Nasa basement ako kasama ng IT.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Yan ang buhay ng producer, sound engineer, recording engineer.
Yeah.
Nasa back office kayong lahat, di ba? But you guys are the meats and potatoes that get the dish served there.
Yeah.
Like yung recognition na yan, was it secondary or di mo iniisip?
So initially, everyone talaga will want. That's always gonna be an ego thing.
Yeah.
I want to get in the spotlight. I want this.
Ako yan, di ba?
And until now, you'll kind of get a bit of it. Where I did that. I'm the one who did this, and all that.
Yeah.
So especially in the Philippines, when you kind of meet someone and you're like, what do you do? I'm a record producer. Oh, we have worked with. I was like, have you heard of these? And they're like, oh my God, you've done that. And so that makes you feel good. It's like, oh, I'm getting some recognition from this. It's nice. Especially when people open up your Instagram.
Yep.
Everything is there.
Yep.
It's like, oh my God, you're the guy pala who did this. It does feel good. And it does. People really want it. For me, I'll kind of get it once in a while. But for me, it's hard. It's talagang hard to be in front of camera. I get that kind of feeling. I was like, yeah, I'm good in the back.
Komportable ka na dyan?
Yes. I'm very comfortable in the back. It's more of that building a business kind of thing. Really, really gets me going.
Ito kikwento ko. Itatayin ko yun sa sinabi mo. So yung common friend natin, si Vince.
Oh.
Started out wanting to be a singer.
Yeah.
Diba? He still is. He still writes songs. He's a singer. So when I met him, he was outside the house wearing sweats, tapos naka-beanie, relax. So tinanong ko, sabi ko sa kanya, so what do you do? Sabi niya, no, I'm a songwriter. Sabi ko, okay, so what else do you do? Kasi sa LA ka di ba?
Yeah.
Everybody's a songwriter in LA. So what else do you do? Sabi niya, that's it. I'm just a songwriter. Tapos sabi ko, really? So what songs have you written? And he's such a humble guy.
Yeah.
This was the first time I met him. He said, there's this song, I wrote this song, Black Swan, for this artist. Maybe you haven't heard of them, BTS. And I was like, alam ko yung kantang yun eh. Alam ko rin yung bandang yun eh. Walang hiya ka, ikaw ang nagsulat. And you know what? I had him on the podcast. Such a humble guy.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Such a humble guy. He donated that chair.
Wow!
We call the chair you're
this one? Okay, wait.
Kaya nga tawag namin dyan the hitmaker chair because when he moved back to Chicago. Sabi niya, I'll donate the chair to Paco's place.
Wow.
Kasi prior, we had just dining table, hard chairs.
Yeah.
And we were building the studio, so I'll donate it here. So
Wow. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I don't know if he'll be back in Manila soon.
hopefully, bait-bait ng mga yon. Grabe.
Oh.
So, lilanding natin to. Give an advice to aspiring creatives and musicians in general, specifically musicians. I'm not gonna put you on the spot to tell these people how to write a hit song.
Yeah.
But what makes a good song?
Good is relative. So there's some stuff that maybe I wouldn't like on the charts. There are other things that people would like. So it's very relative. So I think it is just really putting out something that you feel great about. It's always identity. It's how do I release something that really feels like me. And then from there, you keep on, it's consistency. It's consistency, posting, releasing, and all that. And then from there, as time progresses, you do your shows. You put it's TikTok, social media. You create something, you create a movement. It's a brand, it's a business. An artist is a business also. You do that. And then as time progresses, once that happens, you'll start to see na lang that people start getting attracted to it. That you get magnetic. Everything kind of comes in. I think first and foremost, that's very important. On the more technical side, you'll start seeing shorter songs, 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3-minute songs. There's a very short intro, diretso na sa kanta. Or you're just doing a very, very, or no intro, diretso na. So you have that one chorus, no bridge, no solo, wala, diretso. So that's the more technical side. Your hook has to be good. But then you have these songs sometimes that also don't blow up.
Yeah.
It's really consistency. And it's luck at the same time. You're in the right place in the right time. Biglang, boom, you blow up.
Do you think you're in the right place at the right time?
Yeah, I think so. The Philippines is booming. I think Asia in general is booming. Indonesia is a good spot also. Actually, 3 years ago, I attended a conference in Singapore, Music Matters. And they were saying when they release a big artist here in the States, the first 2 countries they check is Philippines and Indonesia.
Very true.
Because of our population.
Very true.
I forgot the term that they use that they use for it. But, so you have these 2 countries. If it does well, they know.
They bring it back here.
Yes.
That's what they did to the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Oh, really?
Dinala muna sa Asia.
Yeah.
Tapos, nung nag-hit,
they brought it back
binalik.
here. Yeah. And then so now you have a lot of big artists booming. You have Zach Tabudlo. You have Moira.
Yeah.
Right now it's Cup of Joe. So a lot of them are just grabe. And then you look at the Spotify numbers.
Hayop, no? 11 million.
11 million,
yeah.
10 million, 9 million.
Monthly
listeners yan. Grabe. That just comes to say that our country is able to really, really support the musical economy.
Sabi ko nga like, I was looking at the Intro Voice monthly listeners na nakakapiranggot. 250,000 lang ng monthly listeners namin. And I'm getting 6-figure PhilScap checks.
Wow.
I could only imagine kung magkano kinikita nito mga taong to.
Yeah. Grabe. I think our local economy is really doing well. The music economy locally. Galing. And it's growing pa. It's just the start of everything. Right now, imagine if you look at the top 50 Philippine charts, ang bilis yan nag-move yan.
Ngayon, sikat ka bukas, hindi.
Yes. So that's another issue now that you kind of see. Before it's your run is for a year or 2 years. Ngayon it's you go up, baba. So now the question is how do you build longevity in the business?
How?
It's really building a fan base. It's building that fan base. It's building that connection. It's really connection. So even as a producer, it's how I connect with the artist. Even with artists, how do you connect with your audience in every aspect? So you release, you do shows, you make yourself talaga a figure. I think for me personally, that's the way to do it. And then just consistency in doing it. And there has to be that momentum. For example, so I started working with Jao, Ethel's artist.
Yeah.
last year, I think. So we did one record, and he told me, Nick, I want to work with you. He told Ams the A&R. I was like, yeah, let's do it. We started with him at 10,000 monthly listeners. Wala, nothing. His Instagram following was pretty good, 12,000 I think. And then YouTube was a bit okay then also. So I was like, okay, sige, let's start working. Right now, we did an EP. We're doing singles with him now. I'm currently producing I'm basically his main producer now. He's at 750,000.
Ooh.
Ang bilis. And there's one song that we did called Torpe. Again, meron pa rin putang ina that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, when the label sent me, I was like, I think this can blow up. Why? Because that's a bad word. Pero I was like, you know what? This is the funny part. I might be known for the producer that hits songs with curse words in it. So, I think the TikTok reel before it released, if I'm not mistaken, hit 3 or 4 million views.
Wow.
Before the song came out.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, holy shit.
Paano? Again, tira lang ng tira.
Tira ng tira.
Okay.
And Ja was galing siya sa TikTok. Every 3-4 hours, I think, or every 6 hours, he's releasing reels on TikTok.
Okay.
That's the way to do it. You're always just throwing content. Yeah. Even if it's shitty, whatever, it needs to be that. Right now, I check every day because I think that might become the next thing. I think it's at 90,000 or 80-something thousand a day streams.
Wow.
And I think it's growing because it got played in Pinoy Big Brother. It's being used a lot. There's another track we did. This one I didn't know. We didn't expect any of this. New artist kids to 18, 20 years old. Hatos and Eunice Rain. They're very, very new. Under Off the Record. So sila Ricky Ilacad, Francis Tayo. So cute song, very it's called 1 month pa lang. So it's basically they did like a TikTok reel. We started to see hindi pa release ng song 4-5 million views na on TikTok.
Okay lang ba yun na hindi pa nare-release yung song?
They release it on TikTok na prior to the official release on Spotify.
Pwede yun?
Yes.
Oh.
So that's a new tactic now they're doing. They make it a trend and then they release.
So it means yung finished product naka-release na sa TikTok nang hindi pa naka-release sa...
Yes.
Aha.
So that's a new trend right now. So that you're basically teasing it na.
Yes.
And then you release it on DSP properly when it's out.
Ang tanong doon, paano mo i-release sa TikTok kung hindi ka dadaan sa DSP?
Sorry. You go through the DSP.
Okay. Pero sasabihin mo, TikTok muna tayo.
Muna.
Okay.
Yes. And then TikTok, maybe it's gonna be just
the portion,
30,
1 minute.
seconds.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then you release that. Grabe. I think now it's at 89,000 share. Or like people are doing trend with that paper lang yan, bond paper.
Oh my God.
Tapos like, grabe how things progress so fast.
Grabe ang ang social media kasi yung opalite ni Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Pati yung tala ni Sarah Geronimo.
Yeah.
Years after the song is
Blew
out.
up. Yes.
Bigla magkakaroon ng second coming.
That's where the industry's at. In TikTok, Instagram. I don't know if Facebook is still a big thing.
Hindi na.
Parang it's falling na
Yeah.
But it's Instagram, TikTok, X is a bit here and there.
Right. So going back to you, what's the ultimate project for
Now,
you?
For me?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, who are you? Because this is you serving everybody.
Yeah.
I hear the cuento. I see your facial expression.
Yeah.
You're happy for everybody.
Yeah.
So now, I'm gonna throw it back at you.
Yeah.
What are you doing for yourself naman?
So for me, my goal is how do I really want to build that business. I really, really wanted to expand, to become the powerhouse of Philippines, of Asia, of the globe much better, no? That's my kind of thing. It is that I love the whole production process. I enjoy it. And sometimes when I'm burnt out, I do just kind of have to get away and like, okay, step back, because then this is not why I'm doing it. It's not because of the money or whatever. It's because of my love for it. That's
passion.
Oh. Exactly. It's that. If I feel like I'm not liking it, I need to step back. That because of the burnout. So normally I'll do trips like this where it's like I need to get away for a while and then just come back to it.
Yeah.
So normally that's me. To kind of keep myself also sane, I hit the gym every day. I do spin class. I do these kind of things. I'm a very health nut. So I'll do these outdoor activities every day just to kind of get my head moving.
Yes.
Also, then I'll come to the studio, and then normally what I do is I'll have time with friends on Friday, or Saturday just to kind of just get out talaga. Kasi there was a time where
Monday to
dyan
Sunday,
lang, which is not good also.
Sunog na sunog ka nun.
Yeah. So now I still work Monday to Sunday, but I allow myself to go out. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Para it's a bit more. Talagang your mental health is important.
Yeah.
And also for that.
That's true.
So I do that. I make sure my food's also proper. Talaga. I'm very careful with what I eat. The health portion of things. Para I can work well and really serve people well also.
Happy ka?
I'm very happy.
Tapusin natin doon. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikhil Amarnani!
Thank you. Woo!
We will post the link in the description and more links in the description. Thank you very much. Please like, subscribe. And thank you for joining us. To our sponsors also, thank you.
Woo! Thank you.